Peace. And happy now. Now's the vibrate, of course. We're not going too far too far in the past. We're not going too far in the future. Right now, I want to speak on the importance of chakra assessment. Matter of fact, chakras are the energy zones. Within the body, we got these seven, basically etheric energy zones within the body. Root chakra, sacral chakra. Matter of fact, well, see, the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye or first eye chakra, and then the crown chakra. And matter of fact, each one deals with a specific energy, and when dealing with our body, in essence, all dis-ease of the body or anything that harms the body, physical, matter of fact, anything like mental, physical, emotional, like all those things stems from how the chakras are spinning. As a matter of fact, I got videos on how to talking about each chakra. And matter of fact, I even got videos on the lesser known chakra, so definitely go check those out. But this is just a in essence, just another just a brief go through for all of them. I just wanted to touch on it again because like I've been harping on lately, every time I get to talking about like the educational system, I'm like, bruh, we should have had chakra coloring books as little kids, you know what I'm saying? Like we should have been learning how to assess our chakras in elementary school, you know what I'm saying? And learning how to manifest things at such an early age, because it's insanity and extremely stupid or idiotic to know that you manifest things with your thoughts and your words, that you have an energy zone in your body that affects your health, and to ignore it all completely, or to ignore it all completely up until you get to the age of like 20 something. It's like, damn, I'm halfway through life and I'm just learning about something that I should have been learning about since I was, a baby, So, it's the importance of that. And matter of fact, to those parents out there, where you getting into the spiritual vibes, and that could be a tricky place to a certain extent, because the kids going to school, and the kid could be like, well, shit, why are you sending me to school if they telling me this, this fucked up shit? But again, but all of us don't, have trouble with disability, but it is what it is. As far as like, just be honest. These children are way more smarter than you think. Why are you trying to make up these little lies and stuff? They fuck around, they be knowing that you're lying like a motherfucker and know the truth, you know what I'm saying? So beware of, like, how much you withhold information from your kids these days, But you don't really, of course, is learning certain things at certain points, you just don't overwhelm, anybody in that case with too much information in essence. But, definitely something that, as a kid growing up in this world, you should definitely know that, you have these energy zones in your body, that affect how you operate in essence. So just to, kind of briefly speak on each chakra, the first chakra, or the base chakra. As a matter of fact, I use that analogy, the base chakra, like bass, like boom, 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 or like bass, like very white voice, hey, baby, that bass. And when you hear a very white voice, it make the women like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Because the base, and that's why the base chakra or the root chakra, and it also deals with sexual energy more so for the male. But the base chakra in essence is the energy zone that basically deals with our upbringing, because it's our roots. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all the things that happen in our upbringing as a kid, trauma or non-trauma, whatever, you know what I'm saying, beneficial trauma or non-beneficial trauma, quote unquote, but all that is stored in that root chakra area. Is also the area of grounding, where in essence the soul or spirit grounds itself into the body. It's also the place of dealing with practicality, dealing with taking care of yourself, making sure you got shelter, you know what I'm saying, and sustaining yourself, you know what I'm saying. That's why as above, so below, you know, taking care of yourself, like your root chakra, your bodysuit is like a temple, you know what I'm saying? And when you taking care of your temple, you know, it as you taking care of the inside of the temple, it happens outside. Because matter of fact, as you start to take care of yourself, you know, say for instance, if you don't have a home at the moment and you start taking care of yourself, you're building it. As you get your temple right, the next thing you know, you manifesting, you know, a house of your own, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, clean and put together well, because, you know, because the inside of you is clean and put together well, you know what I'm saying? But the root chakra, you know, correlates with that energy. Matter of fact, the fight or flight vibe, you know, being comfortable, you know, in our body, you know, that's the energy of that chakra. Then you got the sacral chakra. Matter of fact, the sacral chakra. Matter of fact, since I'm going through it, the root chakra, you know, has 4 petals on it. You know, matter of fact, and the 4 petals, in essence, it's like, you know, 4 foundation, grounding, you know what I'm saying? The 4. Now the second chakra, you know, the sacral chakra is like a little bit below the navel, you know, which the Dantian chakra or energy field is right close to that. Not getting into that, but the sacral chakra, matter of fact, and the symbol is like an upside down moon, and that one has 6 petals on that flower, and it deals with sexuality, our like social how I said it, our social ability, in essence, you know what I'm saying, friendliness, desires, uh, and also an emotional center as well. You know, a matter of fact, you see why, you know, dealing with sex, you know, how men tend to be a little less emotional when it comes to that area. That because, you know, our sexual area is in the root chakra, you know, is like in a place that's about the physical nature of sex, you know, more, where the female is tapped into more of the emotional energy of sex, you know what I'm saying, in the, you know, in a more etheric way, in essence, you know what I'm saying, but just not so much how can I say, resonating just strongly in the body with it, but more on an emotional level. But the sacral chakra also deals with fertility. You know, when you got the sacral chakra, you know, spinning properly, that's fertility. Not only for, you know, say for instance whether it's pregnancy or whatever, but also like, you know, fertility of like ideas and stuff, like, you know, something fertile or grow. You know what I'm saying? In essence, the third chakra, you know, the solar plexus, you know, it's kind of like right there at the stomach area, right under the heart. The solar plexus mostly deals with, you know, confidence, self-esteem. That's also the area where you kind of get your gut feeling. And matter of fact, this is also an area, so a telltale story of like the solar plexus needing a little, how I say, you know, needing to be balanced. You know, the solar plex, a sign of the solar plexus needing to be balanced. One of many signs, you know, because also this could be a sign for other chakras as well. But one of the main chakras that, so say for instance, like when you overeating or like just eating anything, you know what I'm saying, like that's a problem with the solar plexus in essence, you know, and to a certain extent the sacral chakra as well, because a lot of times we eating food to either, you know, bring ourselves up emotionally, and a lot of eating food deals with replacement of sex, you know what I'm saying. Like I came across a Osho book. I remember I did a quick fast, I think fast on that on that information where he spoke on, like, you know, whenever we in that mode of overeating or eating late at night, but just, you know, just looking to eat, like that's, you know, in most cases because we lacking you know, sex. And matter of fact, and two, telling people again, you see the sex, the healthy nature to sex. Like sex ain't nothing just to, oh yeah, let's just, no, it has a, you know, it has a healthiness to it as well, you know. Now, of course, you can say like, oh, well, don't just blame sex. Of course, yeah, you gotta tighten up, and if you're not having sex, you know, you gotta make sure not to fall into that place of just like overeating. But you know, it definitely deals with that energy as well. But the solar plexus, self-esteem, self-worth, and also again, uh, dealing with the digestive system, all of the digestive system except for the large intestines, deals with the solar plexus. So if you're having stomach problems, dealing with the solar plexus area. The fourth chakra, you know, uh, is the heart chakra, in the middle of the chest, and that governs our ability to receive and give out unconditional love. You know, basically, opens us up on an empathetic level. When it's spinning properly. Also, it's kind of like still like an emotional center. Cause matter of fact, you get to see, where the two bottom chakras deal with physical and sexual. And then they kind of mix, cause the two bottom, physical and sexual, and then also the sacral is a part of the emotional body as well. The sacral, solar plexus, and heart. And then the heart is part of the emotional body and the spiritual body, along with the throat chakra, third eye, and crown chakra. Let's see if I could. And again, the heart chakra deals with being open to emotions. Matter of fact, I just did a video about being careful with wearing grounding stones around the heart chakra, because it may it may close off the emotions or close down the emotional center. So you want to be aware of that. But basically, balancing the heart chakra, matter of fact, keep us from closing out the world. Sometimes we get into this mode of like say, for instance, and it got to do with our own self-love as well, but like where we feel like, oh, nobody loved me, or the world out to get me, so I'm gonna just go in this corner, that deals with that balance of the heart chakra. Because in a lot of cases, I tell people, you gotta be as optimistic as possible when dealing with people. And two, that'll let you see whether somebody is really out to get you or vamping you. Because a lot of cases, man, we manifest things with our words and our thoughts. A lot of times when we going through these energy vamping situations, it'll be a manifestation of some energy we not dealing with within ourselves, so it's manifested into somebody outside of us or something of that nature. So it's, again, that's why the chakra assessment is important. You keeping your vibration right, it manifests outside of you. Because matter of fact, the thing with like protection stones, none of these crystals is necessarily like, oh, I got a piece of tourmaline, so now I got this field that just popped up because of this tourmaline in my hand. It's not necessarily like that. It's more so because of the tourmaline balances the root chakra, and since you balance, you like in a place of confident and you fearless. You know what I'm saying? If you're confident and fearless, you're not having these little negative thoughts like, I wonder if so and so gonna do this today, or I wonder if that's gonna do that. You're not in those type of thoughts, so you're not gonna manifest those type of situations. Because a lot of the protection from negativity, like some people, I need a crystal to protect me from negativity. I mean, in essence, you protecting yourself from your own negativity, but then it manifests outside of you as less negativity because you're not putting it on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you see less of it outside of yourself. So again, with these crystals and working on ourselves, working on the inside of us. The fifth chakra, is located right here. The throat chakra, deals with communication. Matter of fact, in essence, also creativity, because I know the solar plexus is said to deal with creativity, but the throat chakra as well could deal with creativity, and it deals with our opening to spirituality. And with communication, that's communication with high self, spirit guides, ancestors, which we do have a past life chakra, which not getting into that, but that deals with that a little more. But and matter of fact, in the throat chakra also deals with being in the moment, being in the now. As a matter of fact, you connecting, communicating with higher self, more, and more open to spirituality, so we're more able to, be present, be in that moment. The sixth chakra is the third eye or the first eye. And the sixth chakra mostly deals with the openness to metaphysical knowledge. When we starting to want to know about the Kabbalah, the tree of life, matter of fact, getting more into chakras, more into crystals and how they work, wanting to get into these occult books, learn about astrology, things of this nature, that's that third eye. And also it opens up our inner vision. It's not called the third eye for nothing. Again, I call it the first eye because these little matrix eyes, but these are the true eyes. Like right now in my mind's eye, I'm still seeing, the little layout of my phone right there with the little book right here. As a matter of fact, I picked it up too with my eyes closed. But anyway, is that inner vision. That's why the government, like, so say when you got your energetic zone of your third eye, you know what I'm saying, or your first eye, the Anya chakra. But then you got the physical nature of your actual pineal gland. And when it's calcified, it's harder for you to visualize, and then your melatonin, serotonin releases all thrown off. A lot of things is thrown off when the pineal gland is calcified, but that's one of the main reasons why they kind of push all it, like, the fluoride water and all the unhealthy foods and stuff like that, promoting people to eat meat a lot, because they're trying to close down your vision center, your intuitive center. And if you lack intuition and lack vision, then how could you operate on your own as your own God? When that's closed down, that's why they aim for that first and foremost, because it's like, that's the place that in essence allows for you to not have to depend on like the government or depend on this job, and not knocking the people who do. You know what I'm saying? We going through the motions of it. It is what it is for our path, but just speaking on it, the way they keep us closed down is, matter of fact, being in Louisiana, cool, it's all right every now and then to have your little sip with the ancestors, you know what I'm saying, but the constantly over drinking, you know what I'm saying, that's with the pineal. And also opening your body up to the spirits, they call alcohol spirits. It's not just for any reason, that's open you up to all the the ancestors that vibrated on that frequency. And depending on how you channel the energy, it could go to a negative place, or you could keep it in a positive place. Again, it ain't, you know what I'm saying, in moderation and doing things with certain intentions, you could do all kind of things, But that's what that chakra mostly deals with, the intuition and metaphysical knowledge. And then the crown chakra is just basically like that openness to the fullness of God, and just like that understanding of like everything is interconnected. Like, that kind of comes more into play when the crown chakra is open. Like, you realize, like, all right, regardless of these religions saying is, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Isis and Osiris, whatever these names is, regardless of these little names, I know that, source or something bigger than my human body exists, but which is all connected to me, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of get, this connection to all. And matter of fact, the crown chakra is known as the 1,000-petal, lotus, because it's like open. And matter of fact, the crown chakra is symbolized with, the indigenous tribes in America, wearing the chief wear the feathers, you know what I'm saying? But that was to personify the crown chakra, Matter of fact, in Egypt they had the snake coming out to represent the kundalini rising up through the pineal gland. So that's why I used to see the little snake, on the pictures of the pharaoh. And they got the snake coming out their head. That's what that stands for, the naga, or the negus nagas, stemming from Kush or Ethiopia. But that's basically the basis of the chakra. So on assessing them, in which again I just gave y'all a briefing. Also make sure you got like some type of book like this, or to just get some type of literature on chakras, and uh, how they react when they're open, how they react when they close. Now again, I got the videos, on this channel that you could go check out. But again, you know, it's not just about my videos. It got all kind of information on chakras. You know what I'm saying? But while you're here, I do have that information on a deeper level. So I'm not gonna go into each chakra on that in depth in that level. Matter of fact, this book by Joy Garden, a little pocket guide to chakras, a little quick and easy, little, not too heavy in the book sack. But and so, as a matter of fact, as I speak on this next part, before you even get to this part, you might want to go look at my video on pendulums. You could just look up universal frequencies and pendulums, and learn how to, matter of fact, you might have to go buy your pendulum if you don't have one, but learning how to, connect with your pendulum and program it, to be one with divine source, no matter what, to not be swayed by any of my little egotistical consciousness, but to stay in motion with divine source, sharing the reality and the truth of the situation, no matter how my ego feel about it, But what you do, you could ask, you go down the body, so you find out, get a little diagram so you could see where the chakras at on your body, and for most of us, if you're right-handed, then in most cases your left hand is going to be your receiving hand, which means you could feel energy with. If you're left-handed, then your right hand will probably, it'll be the hand that you receive with. Now, just a little point on the pendulum, I like to be squared up, like feet squared up, because too, if I'm all sideways and stuff like that, like say for instance, my answer on my pendulum, nose swings back and forth away from me, and yes, swings side to side in front of me. But if I'm standing all funny and stuff, like, that's going to throw off the answer in essence. So, you got to make sure and again, go check out my pendulum video. I speak on how to, program it and deal with it. But, matter of fact, starting from the base, from the foundation, touch the root chakra. I'm not going to go through them all, but I'm going to just, matter of fact, y'all get to see my pendulum. Tell me whether I'm balancing my chakra or not. So, alright. Got my left hand on my root chakra. Matter of fact, I ain't going to hold it up yet. Alright, pendulum. As a matter of fact, I don't even like to say pendulum too much. Sometimes I just like to say source, Alright, source, that moves through my pendulum. Is my root chakra balanced? And I'm going to keep my hand on my root chakra as I wait for the answer. Higher self, source. Is my root chakra balanced? Hey. So you can't really see it good, but this is a yes. And two, I got all this red on. That's another thing. So that chakra is balanced. I don't need to, because sometimes, and two, if it would have said no, it's not balanced, then I would have asked, all right. So say for instance, all right. So after you find out if it's balanced or not, if it's not balanced, then ask, is it overspinning? Or is my chakra underspinning? You know what I'm saying? Because, it could be out of balance in the essence of overspinning, like when the root chakra just two, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be underspinning, which, is just lacking, some energy. Let's say, for instance, if it's overspinning, then you want to back off of, like, if you're using ruby or garnet or like the strong grounding crystals, it's like you overground, you know what I'm saying? So you might want to back off of the grounding crystals in the moment. If it's underspinning, then you want to work with, grounded clear. And that's just one of many things, dealing with the color red on any and all ways, forms, and fashion, like eating foods that's red, wearing clothes that's red, you know what I'm saying? Like the energy of red resonates with the chakra, you know what I'm saying? Because even with the crystals, it's the molecular structure and the elements it's made out of, but then just the actual color itself is, connecting and resonating with the chakra as well, But you basically, do that and go through each chakra, and catch a feel for it. Like, so again, the root chakra, red in color, the sacral chakra, orange in color, solar plexus, yellow, the heart chakra, green, throat chakra, blue. Sometimes they kind of like do this one as like I want to say like a indigo, almost bluish, close to blue, like that purplish blue. And this one be like a violet, or sometimes this one could kind of be like the violet color, and then they just do the crown chakra like white. But but so crystals that so a piece of selenite, crystal quartz, apophyllite, that's gonna resonate with the crown chakra. Sodalite, lapis lazuli, iolite, just to name a few, that's gonna resonate with the the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, which I named a good one already, because to the throat chakra, some of those crystals could kind of cross, but I would say for the throat chakra, turquoise. That's just one that really, that's a strong throat chakra crystal. For the heart chakra, think about moldavite, pop to my mind. You got malachite, you got peridot, you got green aventurine, solar plexus. You could use pyrite, use citrine. Citrine is definitely a popular one. Honey or golden calcite, also be good. Matter of fact, and also septarian would be good for the solar plexus as well. The sacral chakra, the first thing that come to mind is carnelian. Carnelian is a great crystal. Matter of fact, and orange kyanite and carnelian, great for the sacral chakra. Then the root, hematite, tourmaline, garnet. What else? That's the main one. Black kyanite. But those definitely work with those chakras, just to name a few, And again, go check out my other videos. I'm creating a chakra playlist as we speak. So, but I have the chakra videos is under the Eternal Health playlist right now. But I'm soon make a chakra list so people could just go straight to stuff about chakra work. But it's very important to starting off our day, knowing how our chakras is aligned, or whether they're aligned or not, That's what creates the disease of the body. So if that's thrown off, then that in essence that's the root to your problems, in essence, or the root to your well-being, whatever. But it's like the chakra system and being able to assess it. That's the reason why people going through certain things and doing certain things, like they throw chakra blocks, so they don't want to speak up in a certain situation. They solar plexus blocks, so they're not confident enough to start their business. They root chakra blocks, so they're not taking care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, that comes from the chakra work, not from no, oh man, well, I fell down the street yesterday, and that's why I feel like, you fell down the street because your fucking solar plexus or something not spinning right, so you tripped and fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to do with your energy in your body first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And people could try to, argue with that or whatever, or not believe it. But it's a science. Everything vibrates. If everything vibrates, that means it gives off a sound, and a sound wave could reach, far. A sound wave from a car with some knock in the trunk, you know what I'm saying, could, like the song say, be down the block, knock your pictures off your wall. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could come with the bass in their trunk and it'll knock down a picture in here. But then if I put my hands between, in that little area between where the car and the picture is, I don't see nothing actually physically or that I could see touched it, but those sound waves, and it's a fact that everything in this universe is constantly vibrating. So even things that's not moving is moving, and that's the paradox of our existence right there too. Even when it's not moving, it's moving. But that's basically it. Again, cool little book right here. I get guide to chakras. Because it's way more important than because even for myself sometimes I'm like, bro, you slipping, man. You not assessing your chakras, like, see what's going on inside you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what stems to things going, however outside of you is because of what's going on inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. People could fuss about that and try to deny that to their face, turn blue, but only to realize that that's the truth. That's the reality. I rest. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate, of course. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now, assess those chakras and make sure you balance the inner universe manifest to the outer universe. Point blank, period. Peace.